everybody, welcome back to the Stitcher Girl podcast. My name is Julia and I'm coming to you from Moncton, New Brunswick, which is in the Maritimes of Eastern Canada. Today is Sunday, August the 30th, and it's maybe 6:30 in the evening. I'm not really sure. I've been trying to film this episode for the last 2 weeks, but every time I go to do it, it rains, it's cloudy, and I don't have any fancy lights. So, so it's taken me a little longer to get back to you, but I'm happy to be here with you today. This is the real episode 14. The last one I filmed, I said it was episode 14, but no. That was episode 13. So welcome back to number 14. So I'd like to give a big shout out, a big welcome to all my new subscribers. I see every week the little, the count keeps going up a little bit. I think I'm about at 275 subscribers now. So that's pretty cool. So thank you for subscribing and taking time out of, I'm sure, your busy day to spend some time with me and see what I'm working on. And a big shout out to my returning viewers. It's good to be with you again. So I made notes because there's a lot. And so this has made it very daunting trying to do this today. It is summertime, so I didn't think I was going to be podcasting or floss tubing that often. But then all of a sudden I'm like, ay caramba, I have a lot to say. So I'm going to try and be somewhat brief. So I think in the last few episodes, I've been making a point of bringing attention to a BIPOC Flosstuber. Now, BIPOC, for those of you who don't know what it means, and I found out I don't know what it means. I thought the bi part meant for biracial, but no, the I in BIPOC stands for Indigenous. So that's Black, Indigenous, people of color. So my apologies, I got that wrong. So the BIPOC floss tube that I wanted to bring to your attention, but I'm sure you already know because I'm always a little behind. But it's called Married with Stitches, and that's Christian and Derek, and you might know them as the hand dyers for Fortnite Fabrics. They were just recently on Stitch Mania, the podcast. So there was a really great interview with them about their fabric collections. And if you're curious to see what they work on, what they stitch on, you should check out their floss tube, Married with Stitches. And it's like a Friday night or a Saturday night kind of a floss tube, you know. They're pretty funny, and it's definitely, if you've had a crappy day or something, you want to put on their floss tube. You're going to enjoy it yourself. Boom. Good things, good things. Well, there's always some good things, you know. It's a good thing, as Martha Stewart used to say. Well, it is a good thing. Have you heard about the Black Needle Society? And if you haven't, well, I can't help you. I cannot be with you 24/7. But the Black Needle Society, they have been putting out these, curating these collections. I think, what do you call them? Box clubs? Kit clubs? See, I'm so out of touch. I don't even know what you call that. But basically, they curate a collection. For instance, right now, the collection you could sign up for is the Jane Austen box. And I know there's a lot of stitchers out there who really love their Jane Austen. And so the collection of the box set, whatever you want to call it, is available now to purchase, I think until maybe next week. And it will be shipped, is it February? March? Anyways, yeah, so that's very exciting. And plus, they're doing this virtual retreat. They have a Facebook group, and you can join that. And the virtual retreat is going to be this weekend coming up. So if you've got nothing to do, I'm quite impressed with the way they've set up the retreat. They've really spent time putting together like a little tutorial or talking you through the group so you can find out where the challenges are, how to upload pictures. There's going to be different, like, I guess, chat rooms and stuff. So I think that's something worth checking out. And virtual retreats might be something we're going to be doing a lot more of, or at least something we're going to be doing for the time being. So I think this is going to be a fun one because there's people from all over the world. So that's going to be fun. And another good thing that's going to be happening, and did I pull the chart? Well, if you watch Debbie of Creatively Yours, she's in the Netherlands. She's a great Flosstuber, and she's a great stitcher. She does a ton of stitching. It's her birthday, October the 1st, and there are a group of stitchers. I'm sure there's going to be many. And I just don't know them all yet, but I don't even know what the hashtag is for this, but there's going to be the Snooty Parrots Sal for Debbie, and October the 1st, it's going to start on Debbie's birthday. And if you don't know about this Snooty Parrot sampler, once again, people, Barber Designs. And what do I always say about Barber Designs? You got to stitch all the Barber Designs. It's kind of like the blackbird thing, you know, you got to have all the blackbirds and do all the blackbirds. Barber Anna is the same thing. So those are my, it's a good thing. Now I do have finished objects. Yes, plural. And 2, I do. This is not a joke. But first, let's run through the WIPs, the works in progress. Okay, works in progress. Well, oh, I don't think I have the chart for this one either. Well, it's Stacy Nash, and once again, it's kind of like the blackbird thing. You do all the blackbirds, well, you do all the Stacy Nash, okay? This is Eliza Pool, and this is, you know, Julia being crazy and having really lofty goals with her stitching. But I'm doing this on 28 count, 1/1. Yes. So this is where I am. And you're probably saying, Julia, I don't think you've done anything. I have. I've put in at least 6 strands of threads. And I know what I've done. Now the roof is finished, and I don't know if you can see I'm using over-dyed cotton. I can't remember the color right now. Tin bucket, soot. Anyways, you can see there's a real big black swoosh right there. Now, I'm going to leave that because it's 1/1, and yeah, it is noticeable, and yeah, it's maybe bothers me a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. So that is Eliza Pool, and that is, I'll put a picture in so you can see the full chart. And I'm using most of the called for. They're gassed. And that was Ale. Picture This Plus, one of my most favorite colorways. Very exciting. So next is and a 4 screw. Cherub, are you helping me or not? Indecisive and a 4 screw, Rosewood Manor, Karen Kluba. This is like 420 wide by 200. Yes, it's going to take a while to do. So what I've been doing is I've been working on it every other month. I started at Earth Day in April, which might have been the 24th. And so I started it then, but I didn't do very much because Mania was coming fast. So in June, I finished off page 1. And then now in August, I've been working on page 2. But it's not really page 2. I'm not going horizontally. I'm working vertically, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to go horizontal, like I did the top and the bottom. I didn't want to go all the way across the top and then all the way across the bottom. So it's going to come about this far, maybe. An inch further. This tree's got to come down. There's like a fox, a wolf, a dog. This has been something with the color changes. I have to say, this is not something I can pick up on a day that I'm working and I come home. And on days like that, I just want to work on something that, you know, I've got one color to focus on. So, and then there's some places up here where I have eyes and beaks and that to fill in, and it's because it's one stitch. And so when I pull out that color and I'm stitching with that color, then I'm going to go back and fill in the eyes and the beaks. And I think I'm doing the back stitching as I go along because I'll probably forget. But anyways, I'm happy with that. It's quite something, all the colors. And what happens is I'll get going and I'll be really into it. I'll be so focused and I'll be on fire and it's just so exciting. And then I'm missing a DMC. And yeah, so it's been a little frustrating. Here, I didn't have the DMC for, I think it was supposed to be an orange tree. The children are fighting behind me. It's all good. And I didn't have the color. I couldn't find the color. I didn't even have an orange floss that seemed close to the photo. So what I did was I pulled Goldfish, which I think is a classic collection colorway. And so now it's a peach tree. So that's fine. And I'll just incorporate that color somewhere else and it's all good. Yeah, so that's fun. Are we having fun yet? So, I don't know if I've worked on this, but this is going to be my focus, one of my focus pieces in September. This is my Scotland Mystery Quaker sew. Tempting Tangles has put this on. It's every 2 weeks a part comes out, and it is a sal, I guess, if I didn't say that. And I'm behind. They're getting near the end. We're getting near the end. I think it finishes up in October. So in September, I want to spend time on it. It is, this is on Fog, Picture This Plus Fog. It is a Lugana. 2832, I'm not really sure. It's 2 threads. I'm having a hard time stitching with 2 threads now that I've become a 40 count diva. And I really enjoy stitching with 1 thread. So that's, I think, another reason why this one has been suffering and lacking some attention. But I'm going to get back to that. Light is another one. Do you like my fancy board? It's a lid off of like a Rubbermaid, and I needed something bigger. Anyways, we just fit. This is dwarf. This is Picture This Plus Dwarf. This is a linen. I think it's 32 count. This is light. This is, of course, a Barber and a Design, the part of the Be Well and Stitch freebie movement the designers put out. And I've come down and I'm working on the bottom here of the coat because I'm stitching the coat here. I'm going up and down like this to kind of maintain the variegation of the thread I'm using. And this was a stitch along I was doing with my bestie Maggie in Toronto. And of course she finished hers already. So, you know, that's okay. I'll get there. I'll get there. But yeah, no, it's a lovely design. So yeah, I have to get back to that. The fabric, the blue of that fabric is just looking phenomenal today. Now, you're probably not going to be surprised by the next whip I show you. This is Sadie Woods, of course, Barber Designs. I love this one. I love this primitive, naive look to this sampler. I was having a bit of a heart attack this week because I thought I was running out of room at the bottom, that I had, you know, I'd made a mistake where I started, or I had the fabric in the wrong direction. But I've put in the butterfly now, and of course I've got a good almost 3 inches down here. So I did well. You might have seen my pictures on Instagram for this. I gave Mummy a top knot, and I gave baby girl here Princess Leia buns, because Princess Leia buns are cool. And yeah, so there's only like 5 colors of DMC, I think. So this one is nice to work on, you know, compared to on a 4 screw where there's like 120 colors. And I will never be doing a Haid. I will swear in a Bible, I will not be doing a Haid. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Here's what it looks like. Now, the model was stitched on Osnaburg, and Osnaburg is an uneven linen, meaning that the thread count vertically and the thread count horizontally are different. So mine is going to look more like a square because I'm doing it on an even weave linen, and it's a Zweigart natural linen. So Osnaburg is an uneven linen, so the thread count vertically and horizontally are different, and this is why you see a more of a rectangular shape here in the model. So there you go. You learn something every time on the Stitch a Girl podcast. So yeah, so this is fun. So this has been comfort stitching for me. Now, what is next on the whip board? Oh yes, this is very exciting. If you've been following me on Instagram, you're probably hoping this one's coming up next. Yeah, so a lot of stitchers are all of a sudden, well, not just all of a sudden, I think they always have, but there, you know, there is this, oh, Welly, are you okay? There's this excitement for girl samplers that have all the motifs and the alphabets and everything, but they feature a little girl on them. And the one that I've been working on is called MK, A Guernsey Girl, by Mill on the Floss Samplers. And I will put a picture in so you can see her, because I'm working from my phone on this. But here we go. This is what I have so far. So it's not very big. I am doing it on 40 count because I am hashtag 40 count diva. This is an XG design fabric. I believe it's a rustic something. It has a yellowish cast to it. So I didn't know if I was going to like the sampler on this fabric, but I am enjoying it quite a bit. I'm using, I'm doing a mix of DMC and Gast and Gentle Arts, and there is one hand dyed by Rolanda. I have no idea what number that is, or there's no name to it, but I'm using it. Where am I using it, Julia? It's going to be the dress of the girl, because it's a nice vibrant raspberry color. I think it's this color here in these like strawberries. Oh, the light. The light. Yeah. I love that rooster. Isn't that rooster a riot? Oh my God, I love him. So there will be a tulip on the other side. And the only really difference on the other side of the girl is there's like some hens. But there's another tulip, and these motifs are all the same. So yeah. So that's a hoot and a half. I'm loving it. And then, okay, here come the finishes, people. Make sure you're sitting down for this. This is freaking exciting. Okay, so number one finish. Sorry, I'm turning my back to you, but the one little finish I'm looking for is small. Okay, Cherub, do you think you could like take a chill pill for like 2 minutes? Everybody gets so excited when we do a podcast. Okay, so this is Patty Break for Newfoundland boys and Newfoundland, for boys and Newfoundland girl, I think. Designer out of Newfoundland, and she was doing, she had a sal, the Woodland Creatures Mystery Sal. And so this is the first one. This is Charlie the Bear. And I was using one of those Zweigart fabrics that were printed. I don't know if it was Stormy Night or Stormy Clouds or what it was. But it was just so bright and white. I really don't like working on that because I know it's going to get dirty. So what I did was once Charlie was done, I have a little back stitching left to do on him, but I dunked him in a ginger peach tea. And so, oh, stop flickering. Sorry. So annoying. A ginger peach tea bath, shall we say. And so I got some modeling, and because there's hibiscus and rose hips in that tea, that gave it this kind of blushy hue. So it's kind of like a peachy blushy hue. Anyways, I like it. And it's not so screaming white now. And you could put Merry Christmas or Joyeux Noël or something on there. Anyways, I think it's going to look great with I'm either going to go like a cherry red trim or like a pine forest green trim or something. I think it'll just be like a square ornament because round is hard. Yeah, so that's a finish right there. So there's two more. There's an owl, and I'm guessing the last one is a moose because it's a Newfoundlander doing a woodland creature mystery sal. So I'm guessing the third one is a moose because moose in Newfoundland is normal. So you can still go to her Etsy shop and get that pattern if you want and join. It's fun. There's a hashtag, I think it's Woodland Creature Mystery Sal. Some kind of hashtag like that. And then you see them all. Cherub, get off the Victorian motto. Oh my God, Nancy Turner would have a fit. Oh my God, she was on my Victorian motto fabric. Okay, so I finished Mary Clayton. And I started Mary Clayton. This is a Hands Across the Sea chart. I started her last October. And I decided that I was going to do a Gentle Arts conversion. So I went to my LNS, because you count, and me and Tim, my personal shopper, we went through all the ghast, and I had some ghast already that I was going to use, but it's great. The fabric that I stitched on is a 32 count R&R. It's called Celebration, and I don't think that's available anymore. And I'm wondering if this is even a Zweigart. Why do I have problems saying that? A Zweigart base, because look at the edge. Oh, is that a good one to show you? Because I do have an edge. Yeah, this is it here. I don't know if you can see. Oh, my face is in the way. Anyways, there's no orange stripe like you would see with Zweigart, so I don't know what happened. Anyways, you ready? Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Here she is. Mary Clayton. Hands Across the Sea. Look at that. Now, I did do some changing there with colors in certain places. But I'm really happy with it. Oh, that's better. So, like here, there's supposed to be like a beigey tan color in the center of the flowers. And I really did not like that. So I put Cameo Pink. And then this is, the red I used was Geranium. And the Geranium skein was quite variegated, where it was very bright and darker at one end and lighter and bright at the other. So this is the lighter part of the skein and this is the darker part. And you can see here too in these motifs where in some places it's lighter and darker. The blue, I think, is that Tropical Ocean or Peacock? I can't remember now. But it was very kind of greeny blue in one place and very blue in another. And so there was nice variegation. I used apple cider for the house. And that is a little kitty cat 1/1. The actual, though, sampler has a little dog there, but there are no dogs in this house. And yeah, I used Storm Clouds for that dark green color and some green tea, sage, schoolyard green, I think was another one, cranberry. And there's a couple of weeks thrown in just for, I think that's dark chocolate or espresso bean up there. And there's a couple of, and then in the end, like I ran out of Storm Clouds. So I was doing my own mixture. It was like DMC 500, one strand of that and another strand of something else. I can't remember now what it was, but just to kind of give that same hue. There was supposed to be, the yellow up here used was supposed to be down here in this basket, but I didn't do it. I just left it as is. I really think, though, for a 9-year-old, her use of color and color placement was quite spectacular. It's very, there's kind of like a triangular placement of color. So, and I always like that, how they alternate the colors. Yeah, so, and the little cherubs there, I think they had that red hair, but I gave them blonde hair. But yeah, it turned out great. Very happy with it. So now it's going to go in the pile of things to be framed, because this has to be framed. I don't know when that's going to happen, but there you go. So there are my whips, my finishes, and yeah, so it's been good. I think I've been doing quite well. I've just been kind of focusing on what's been calling to me and not stressing myself too much about working on specific things. I think what helped, though, in the month of August was a cozy egg. Michelle was having a birthday sal with hands across the sea charts. And so Mary Clayton worked really well with that. So that was good. So thank you, Michelle. She doesn't watch me, but that's okay. I just had a notification. Okay, so next on the list, haul. Okay, y'all, there's haul. So after hearing everybody rave about Victorian motto fabric and Nancy Turner, I'm like, I have to get on that bus. So I got on the bus, and now me and Nancy Turner are like this. Yeah, she's great, and she responds to your emails like that. She is awesome. Very enjoyable. So, Cherub, did you run off with my floss? What I did was, because sometimes it's hard to tell the colors of these fabrics, I pulled a couple of DMC flosses just to kind of give you an idea of what they kind of look like. And the children have been messing when I've been talking. Oh, you guys, you kill me. Okay, well, maybe you don't need to. Okay, well, I'll show this one first. This one's called Old Colonial. Old Colonial. It has really great modeling. Now, this one is definitely more brown and tans. And it's in that same family, I think, as DMC 612. But the 612 is darker. So the same, you know, family. Now, I'm going to stand up. Oh, Cherub, Mommy's baby. I'm probably going to cut this part out. Oh, here it is. Yes, I knew it wasn't too far. Okay, so the other one is called Harvest. I got fat quarters. Now this one, depending on the light, oh yeah, I'm going to say it's like a peachy blush color. And the DMC that I pulled is 842. Just to give you an idea, 842. So that's a great neutral. And the modeling is not as a parent. So yeah, very happy with that. So that was very exciting. And they came quite quickly, actually. Anywho, so that's that. So then I had a 1, 2, 3 stitch haul, and this was kind of like my birthday haul. And this is what I got with my birthday money. So of course I got all the Stacy Nash. So I got Hannah Jenkinson. This was a Nashville release this year. This is a sampler. It's just done with DMC threads, and it's on ale. So that's going to be fun to do. Then Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. I love these. Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. I so love this. And then the other one I got was Tribute to Summer Sampler. So I'm very excited about that. And I also ordered some, I got some Anchor Black because, you know, the DMC 310 is always a pain in the butt. And Anchor thread's supposed to be better. But then I also got some Treasure Braid because I've got some, there's a chart I'm working on that has snow, and I want my snow to sparkle. So there you go. I went to, this is part of my haul from my local LNS Because You Count in Moncton. And I picked, oh, I was looking for that. Okay. Well, I got fragrant cloves and persimmon. Persimmon? Excuse me. It's a fruit, okay? And I got that to do Cat O' Lantern by Misty Purcell, and I'll show you that design in just a moment. But I also picked up, this is Threadworks. People don't talk about Threadworks much, and I don't know why, but I really enjoy their threads. Now, they don't have names. The number is 10771. I thought this was a great skein for doing fall leaves. And then I picked up an overdyed black, and it's 11213, and I thought, hey, that might be fun. That might be fun to try, you know, as an alternative to the DMC 310. Then I picked up one Halloween chart because they were having a sale, 20% off on their Halloween stuff. So that's allowed. Halloween Quaker by Lila Studio. A lot of people know this one and love it. Sorry, I'm not taking it out of the jiggeroo because we got to get through this. Okay. So I got the recent issue of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween. And the Misty Purcell Luminous Fiber Arts. Her Jack-o'-lantern is in here. You've all seen this. So I want to do that one. And was there another one in here that I wanted to do? I'm just looking to see quickly. Because at the back, oh yeah, there's a lot of black cats in this issue. Which, oh God, I'm getting attacked by my Just Cross Stitch magazine. So this, I really like this glossary or picture guide or whatever they call it that they have at the back. And you can see what's in the magazine. But there's a lot of like black cats. Last year, I think they had quite a few black crows. This year we got black cats. So, yeah. So I'm excited about that. Now, when the whole long dog pandemic sampler thing was, you know, all the buzz and all the rage, and everybody was freaking out about it, and I kind of got on that bus. Sorry, I'm just looking for something to show these. I ordered a hank of silk from Australia during a pandemic. Anyways, it took roughly 4.5 weeks to get here, and I thought that was pretty good. So, she always sends a needle minder when you order something from her. So that's like a thank you. So that's cute, a little sewing machine. And then I ordered one, and this is a 4-leaf clover, which is just so me. And so here's the hank of silk. Now, it's called the number because there's no names, but it's like a rich imperial purple, PR158. And this is what it looks like. Yeah. Purple's not always easy to photograph or film, but I think that's pretty. Yeah, it's a rich, rich royal purple. Fantastic. So that was all very exciting. And then I think that was all my haul. I mean, I've been buying DMC because, you know, every time I work on the And a forest grew, I seem to be missing one. Ah, yes. So if you've been following me on Instagram, I did a giveaway because I had over 600 subscribers, and I thought that was worth celebrating. So Spunky Jennifer, she won a chart, and it was the MK A Guernsey Girl sampler. It was a PDF sampler, and next weekend it's going to be my 1-year Flosstube anniversary. So yay me. Yay me. Woohoo. And I'm going to do a giveaway on here as well. And I'm going to do a PDF giveaway. And all the regular rules apply. You know, you got to be over 18. Don't use the word giveaway. Please be a subscriber. And all that lovely stuff that you're supposed to do. And the chart I'm picking is called Stitcher's House. I'll put in a picture. It's a SubRosa Design. And I don't hear people talking about SubRosa. SubRosa has some incredibly beautiful charts. Go onto her Etsy shop. There are some incredible, oh my God, designs on there. I was just like, and I just came across her by accident, but I wanted to kind of pick a chart that had something to do with friendship and stitching. And this chart is so cool with the thimble. With the spool of thread and the little house in it. And then there's a needle and there's scissors. And it's a type of design where you could stitch it as is, or, you know, you could change it up. You could stitch it on murky and make it more like a goth kind of Halloween inspired, and keeping the white house. Or you could even darken those colors, you know, get rid of the pinks and put in some cranberry reds. I mean, it's, you know, you could do it on ale, one of my favorites. Yeah, so I thought it was a fun chart, and it's only 83 stitches by 79. So it's just a fun chart. So if you would like to participate and enter in this Flosstube anniversary giveaway, please write down below. You have to use the word Stitcher in your comment, and yeah, just say, I'm a Stitcher. I'm a Stitcher wannabe. I love Stitchers. Just put it in there somewheres, and I will pick a winner next weekend before my next floss too, because we're now entering the hallowed sacred month of Sampler September, or some people call it Sampler Soiree September. Anyways, it is very much a hallowed sacred time of the year. So I do have some plans, and I'm not going to talk about it because I want this floss to be over. I want it to be over so you can you know, you can go watch something else, right? But what I'm going to start is I'm allowing myself one sampler start, and there's going to be 2 Halloween starts, because I'm kind of doing like I think I'm calling it Spooktacular September Stitching. That's going to be a hashtag, and the Sampler September hashtag. But I'm going to be starting the loose feathers. I'm starting the summer, because you always need to have a blackbird in your rotation, along with your Barber Annas and your Stacy Nashes, right? So I'm going to be starting that. I think I'm going to do a mixture of DMC and gas and weeks and whatever else. And I have a piece of R&R I'm going to use. It's called Iced Cappuccino 40 Count, because I am a 40 count diva. So that's the plan. And did I get through everything? I think I did. So I did. I'm so excited. I got through everything. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're keeping well, you're stitching. If you're going back to work or have kids going back to school, I wish you well with that. I know it can be a very anxious time in the current global circumstances with the pandemic, hand hygiene, wearing a mask. You know, it's the way to go. When in doubt, wear a mask. If you can't wear a mask because you have a health condition, please, you know, think twice about when to go out, where you're going, what you're going to do, who you might be in contact with. Try and have somebody help you out with shopping and so forth. The scariest thing about this virus is that people have it and they don't know they have it. And as a healthcare professional, it is very scary. It's very scary for me, because the last thing I want to do is get my residents sick. I don't want them to be sick. So I hope you're well. I hope you're taking care. I can't wait to see what everybody's going to be stitching on in September. It seems we're all ready for fall, and so yeah, it's time. It's time. I think we got to keep moving on, moving forward, moving up, moving on, and being positive, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our families, and I always say that, what do I always say? I think I just make this stuff up on the fly sometimes. But I always say you can't go wrong if you let your heart lead you in life. If it feels right here, then that tells you something, and go for it. So thanks for watching number 14. And can't wait to see it again. Can't wait to see you again. The cats say hi and bye and kisses and hugs and all that stuff as they do. And we'll see you again on the Stitcher Girl podcast. Take care. Bye.